So, child, it's been a lot going on between Craig the writer, TS Madison versus Miss Netta. And, obviously Charles is her sidekick. But it's been a lot going on. Craig and Miss Netta went back and forth. Craig read Miss Netta. And then all of a sudden, I guess people started coming down on TS Madison. And now TS Madison has entered the fold, child. Is y'all ready to talk about this? Let's joust.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wah, 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 wah,
for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little joke or whatever the case may be. And girl, I gotta catch y'all up on this Miss Netta versus TS Madison and Craig the writer tease, girl. It's a lot been going on. I'll say this. Let me start off by saying this. It really is Miss Netta versus Craig the writer, but people are speculating down in the streets that really TS is really allowing Craig to go off on Netta like that because basically TS is trying to throw the rocks and hide her hand. But TS Madison is steadfast. She has nothing to do with the beef between Craig the writer and Miss Netta. Now, before we get into it, in case people are unfamiliar with Miss Netta, I'll give y'all a little backstory on Miss Netta and Charles. Now, Miss Netta and Charles is a social media sensation that basically rose from the dirt, from the ashes. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just meaning like one day we woke up and there was Charles and Miss Netta, right? Charles and Miss Netta became famous on social media for doing things such as Miss Netta cooking for her man. I don't know how, but it caught fire. And once it caught fire, everybody was on it. Everybody was like checking out these two. Just in case you guys are unfamiliar, Miss Netta is actually born a male. His real name is Joe. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but ultimately Miss Netta is the character that Miss Netta plays in order to do this online thing. Now, Miss Netta and Charles, like I said, they've become famous for the whole Charles, your lunch is ready. Check out this little clip that they recently posted doing their little bit.
Hey you guys, how y'all doing? Happy Monday. It's Miss Netta. And what I got today, I got Charles's lunch. What I made for Charles today, I made some good old lasagna, some corn, and some garlic bread. What y'all think about that? All right then, we're gonna see what Charles think about it, okay? Are y'all ready? All righty then. Charles, your lunch is ready. Let me pull out my chair for my king. Hey.
What's up?
All right. Are you excited today? You know you go back to work today. Put up some more, baby.
Yep. All right. Get to go back to work.
Go back to work today. Okay, and then what I fixed you today is that I fixed you, we looking dead at it. It's lasagna, and it's some corn, and it's some garlic bread, and let you chop, again, just like I said, you're going to work, so this is your lunch, and this is your lunch for work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Mm. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys just seen that little snippet of Charles and Miss Netta. They've become literally social media famous on like TikTok and Instagram. Typically TikTok though. They have over 11.1 million views on their page, which is huge for just two regular people coming out of a country place in Alabama. So long story short, Miss Netta has been getting backlash from a lot of people online, typically black people, and I'm understanding the crab in the barrel mentality that we have, but ultimately, a lot of times I feel like Miss Netta's been bullied. I feel like Miss Netta is being targeted because I think people in their subconscious don't believe that someone like Miss Netta and Charles should have the fame and the attention that they have. That's just what I believe. But on the flip side, like I've said in previous videos, I also feel Miss Netta has a level of insecurity somewhere in there, and she's very easily triggered. And people know this and they poke at this, and it typically causes Miss Netta to respond. Well, that's kind of what happened in the situation with Craig the writer, and I'm, in my opinion, TS Madison as well, and Miss Netta. Now let's get into it so we can understand how we get to where we are today. So like I said, from those cute little videos of Miss Netta cooking for Charles, they have been booked and busy ever since. They have been social media famous. They do gigs, they do club appearances, they go on TV shows. They really is like low-key, like really lucky to just have something special in their relationship that made people really want to see them. So like I said, they've been booked and busy ever since, right? So I want to fast forward into TS Madison and how she comes across Miss Netta. Now, T.S. Madison is an award-winning trans woman who has burst into the scene. I remember T.S. Madison from Vine. T.S. Madison was lit. New weave. I remember all of that stuff. I also remember T.S. Madison doing her popular YouTube show with Kaya, which I wish never went away, but here we are because relationships don't always last. Long story short, like I said, T.S. Madison, this award-winning person, actor, orator, commentator, social media commentator, has burst onto the scene, and she lands this deal, or at least this guest spot on TGI Friday. That's with Claudia Jordan and Al Reynolds. On this show, T.S. Madison goes and interviews Charles and Miss Netta because around this time, they are super duper hot. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Charles and Miss Netta. So in the interview, they spoke about a lot of other celebrities. They spoke about how they came up and how they were just so excited that they were here and da-da-da. And in this interview, T.S. Madison asked or posed the question to Miss Netta, what does she identify as? Now, it came off a bit, I guess, touchy, or maybe like Miss Netta wasn't prepared to answer that question. So she kind of stumbled at first, and then she kind of answered from there. Let's get into it.
Now, Miss Netta, I got an off the record question, off the wall question, child. I know you've been seeing these girls all over the internet clawing after your man Charles, child. I saw Missy C make a video, honey, and they told you to Miss Netta, honey, sit down, honey, you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, because she would outcook you and give Charles some of that good meat, and he would come over there, honey. How does it make you feel when you see all these women in Sauce and Santana saying, oh, Charles is cute? How does it make you feel, honey, to see the girls after your man?
It actually make me feel pretty good because, you know, if I got somebody that somebody else want, you know, then I must be doing something right.
Are you a part of the LGBTQIA community?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I just asked. I wanted to know. Okay.
Oh, okay. Ask that question one more time.
Miss Netta, are you a part of the LGBTQIA community?
I didn't quite understand you, but yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know, even, you know, I'm trans, so my pronouns are she and her, so I respect everybody's pronouns. And obviously, I'm not going to call you anything but she and her because you play the woman role over there frying, baking, and sauteing for Charles, honey. But so what area would you fall under in the LGBTQA community? Are you non-binary, trans?
You know, I never categorized myself in none of that. I just always been myself, and this me, my everyday look. You know, all this my everyday look and stuff, and it's just something I just been doing ever since I was, you know, growing up in life. And I don't think I'm a transsexual. I don't think I'm a whatever the other names they got. I don't like calling them, but I don't think I'm none of those. I just more be like myself. You know, my stage name is Miss Netta. A lot of people knows my real name thanks to the internet, which is fine, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people say I'm ashamed of my sexuality, which I am not, because people here in our city knows me and everything. So it wasn't about me hiding my sexuality, because we are well known here in the city. But it was just more like that was my business, and when I want to put my business out, then that's when I do it. And I just wasn't ready yet.
So you know the girls are gagging to know when you say your sexuality. So this means were you born male like me? Because I was born male.
Yes, I was born male.
Okay, sister. What's the name?
So whoever that's watching this, y'all got y'all answer. I mean, I never put it out there, but you know, like I said, if we go live and we feel like that we comfortable and stuff in the live, you know, we would come out and we would say, you know, what, you know, answer some of their questions. And so, you know, it's out.
All right, so you just heard that, and on a regular surface level, it was a wonderful interview. I like that TS was able to get the tea out of Miss Netta. We found out that Miss Netta was actually born male. A lot of people were speculating when they first came on the scene. A lot of people didn't think that Miss Netta was born male. They thought that she was woman or female, born female. But it turns out Miss Netta came and said everything straight and was like, nope, I was born male. You would think that would be the end of this whole thing. At least that's what I thought, right? Wrong. So what happens is after this interview, TS Madison goes on to her show with her friend Craig the writer, her friend and co-worker or co-producer or co-owner of the show. I'm not sure, but it's called Maddie in the Morning. And they go on their show and they have a kiki about the situation that happened on Fox Soul. But it seemed to me that TS Madison was a bit perturbed that people really believe that Miss Netta was born woman or female, and they don't believe that she presents, I'm talking about TS Madison, as female. Now, to me, the way I took it, I felt like maybe T.S. Madison felt like, how dare you guys think that Miss Netta, who's not all made up and done up like I am, presents more feminine than me. And I think that's kind of where a lot of this started. But again, I'm speculating because I was there, I seen it. But we gonna get into the clip. Y'all check this out.
So what are they over there doing?
Wow. You know they got that hit song, Charles.
Are you serious?
Charles, your lunch is ready.
So you mean to tell me that there are actually people listening to that in their AirPods or
I
driving around in
cook
their
this
car?
food for you. Charles, your lunch is ready.
Like who's really playing that
I'll
song?
do what you wanna do. Charles, your lunch is ready. I'll do my thing for you.
I'm mad that you actually know the song, the words.
It ain't but three. So, well, why wouldn't they? I mean, Craig, they are a couple.
I don't even want to talk about them today.
I'm not trying to be funny, and I don't want. I talked to you about this before we got on the telephone.
That's right.
When y'all was going through this whole thing of trying to figure out what Miss Netta was, a lot of y'all were confused on Miss Netta's gender or gender identity. Lots of people were confused. And then, you know, I'm sitting up here giving all of this.
Come on.
And the things. And the immediate thing that you go to scream at me is man. But then you're confused. And I look like my mother. Like my mother. And so it's man. But then you were confused on Miss Netta?
When she clearly, like she just finished cutting some grass.
I didn't say that about Miss Netta.
I know I did. He clearly looked like he just came from the yard.
They are not in control of the way that they look, Craig.
Absolutely not. But I'm just trying to figure out how some of these people are confused.
I mean, there are people that look like Miss Netta. I have seen some women that look like Miss Netta. And when Miss Netta has on their makeup, they actually look nice. They look very nice when they're painted to the floor.
Miss Netta, without makeup, look like she has a lawn care service, okay? Ooh. Lawn care.
Bitch, that was revenge. Bitch, don't do it. And I ain't said that word in a long time.
Wait,
So
what did
you
you
know.
know? I know, right?
Bitch, you know.
They thought what?
They thought that was revenge, bitch.
Wait, what was that?
Bitch, they thought that was revenge.
Say it one more
They thought
time.
that was revenge.
What was it?
They thought that it was revenge. Because they were really.
You said they thought Netta was fish.
All right, so you guys heard that, and I gotta be completely honest with you. It was giving press. I ain't gonna lie. This is no shade, and I think that what was misconstrued here with some people thinking that Miss Netta was a real woman or biological woman, for lack of better terms, versus TS Madison, is there were a couple of factors that she would have to factor in as the reason why people would think that Miss Netta is, you know what I'm saying, a biological woman. And let's start with the first thing. Number one, Miss Netta, everybody in the black community either knows somebody, related to somebody, or have met somebody who looks up in age like a Miss Netta. That's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's typically a woman who's biological woman, and it kind of gives that on that end. Not to mention, Miss Netta, had we not known that Miss Netta was born biological male, and I know it's not everybody, but there were a group of people who believed this or who didn't know that Miss Netta was biological male. But outside of the actual look of Miss Netta has an essence about her that screams femininity, right? What do I mean? Miss Netta cooks for her husband. She looks like her home is clean. You know what I mean? She's always very caring and very maternal-like to her man, to Charles, that is. And that gives off the essence of a woman. See, it's bigger than the look. The look is only one part as it pertains to being a woman. Being a woman is sometimes looking like Miss Netta, but getting things done. Does that make sense? Now, as it pertains to TS Madison, while T.S. Madison looks the part, T.S. Madison do not possess the qualities. What do I mean? T.S. Madison is a girl on the go. She's always hair, nails, makeup, everything to the God's 9, everything. T.S. Madison doesn't possess, in my opinion, the essence of a woman. She just doesn't. And I'm not saying that Miss Netta gives, like, she's more passable as a woman or anything of that nature, because I understand we are dealing with two biologically born males. So they're both in the same boat. But what I'm saying is, from a distance, from way back where we are, and we're just looking at what we're being presented on social media, it was easier for some people to just assume that Miss Netta was born female and T.S. Madison wasn't, because for a multitude of things. Number one, T.S. Madison has always been vocal about the fact that she was born a biological male. So there's that. Then there's the adult entertainment sector of this thing. Then there's Vine. There's a whole lot of things, a plethora of things to let you know off the bat. T.S. Madison, although she looks amazing, is not a biological woman. So I was kind of perplexed as to why they kept going on and on the show about, oh, y'all, we thought Netta was real fish. And let me just say this about the fish comment. I thought we already had that conversation. Women don't want to be called fish. But I think the problem is the multitude of women who follow over there and nobody checks it. So it just is what it is. But T.S. Madison basically being perplexed by the fact that people thought that Miss Netta was real fish, like I said, in her words, not mine, or a biological woman, was really based on the fact that I believe, and this is just me, I believe that T.S. Madison could not believe that she put so much into her image, so much into her brand, so much into her everything. And then here comes someone from Timbuktu, Alabama, no hair, no makeup, no body, no plastic surgery, and people would dare to think that Miss Netta is more presenting as female than she. That's just what I believe. That's just what I've seen. That's what I think. I don't know this to be fact. I'm just giving you my opinion on the situation, okay? So now Miss Netta sat back, I guess, and watched a lot of this stuff. And like I said, Miss Netta, in my opinion, is super sensitive. She's going to have to not be so sensitive about these things. And Miss Netta, she's gone through a lot of this with a lot of other content creators. We have to understand, as content creators, at some point, you will become the content. It's just inevitable. And I don't think Miss Netta understands that, because Miss Netta was kind of caught off guard, in my opinion, by this stardom. And to all of a sudden just be like, one day you go to bed and then you wake up and you have millions of views and millions of people watching you. I think that's a culture shock for anybody, but that's something that Miss Netta's going to have to get over. Nevertheless, Miss Netta heard one of the shows and she responded, and that's what kicked off this whole war, child. Y'all check out Miss Netta's response to this show.
I don't have nothing against T.S. Madison, TS Madison act like she totally tried to defend me, which is fine. But the little sissy that she got on her show, I don't even know who he is. He not famous. He talk about my clothes, and he got on Walmart brand clothes and all that other stuff. But everybody is keep talking about what we wear. What we wear is what we wear. It's our business. We don't sit and talk about what y'all got going on and what y'all wear. Y'all worry about what we wear. And that's just, I be like, oh my God. Like, you sit up and talk about, oh, they clothes is fake. But you got on an old muumuu with holes in it with dirty stains in it. And I'm like, so what do you wear? Do you have any real or do you have any fake in your closet? I'll just be like, stunned. And the little sissy that be on there with TS Madison, I'm just over his little sissy ass. I done blocked him and everything. Like, what is you keep worrying about what's going on with me and Charles? Make a topic of your own. Stop making us a topic of y'all. Y'all keep talking about, oh, they fame is going to be up. They going to do this. They're going to do that. If you want it to be up, then stop mentioning us. But you can't do it. Keep going. Keep going. That's all.
Well, all right. Y'all heard Miss Netta's response, and she said what she said. Miss Netta basically feels like, I don't understand why this guy, and I'm not going to use the word she used. That's between them and their community, okay? I don't know what the correct verbiage or whatever the case may be is around there. That's on them people. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But what I'm saying is, she basically responds, I'm talking about Miss Netta, like, yo, like, y'all keep keeping me in your mouth. Like, you keep saying my 5 minutes of fame is up. You saying this, that, and the third, but yet you keep mentioning me. And I understand to an extent. As a content creator, Miss Netta, you have to understand that Maddie and Craig run a actual show. Right? They run an actual show where they sit down and they talk about celebrity gossip and celebrity news, okay? And if you just happen to come across their desk, you got to be able to have a bit of a tough skin, because the facts are you're going to at some point come across the desk. But on the flip side, if TS Madison feels as if Charles and Mrs. Netta's fame is only temporary and it's not this and they're not that, then I am like really confused as to why do y'all bring up Miss Netta and Charles? Because I mean, if you think about it, if you really think about it, you, in my opinion, this is just me. If I'm Emmy award winning, or not, at least Grammy award winning, because TS did a song with Beyonce. If I'm a Grammy award winning performer on my way to an EGOT, which is an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, like Miss Netta and Charles does not exist in my world. That's just me. But it does seem to be like, I don't know. I felt like they kept poking, in a sense. I understand that Miss Netta's going to be content at some time, and Miss Netta got to get over that. But ultimately, it's giving, girl, like, I'm confused as to how we get here and why we're here at all, you know. But anyway, so back on the show, Craig and TS Madison had a cackle about Miss Netta's response, and this is a bit of how it went. Check it out.
But bitch, if you say one thing about Miss Netta today, bitch, when I tell you,
I don't have anything on Miss Netta, but I do have something on Billy Paul.
oh my God, bitch, but Miss Netta did cuss y'all hoes out, bitch.
She wasn't talking to me.
Bitch, Miss Netta was talking directly to you.
She was not talking to me.
Bitch, Miss Netta
What did she
said, and
say?
you tell that punk that
No, that is not what she said.
you tell that that sit
That is not what she said.
that sitting over there next to that thing with that purple hair.
She did not say that.
That me and Charles will come down here to Atlanta and fuck them up.
Girl, she's sitting over there with them knockoffs.
Look, Craig, the woman said,
First of all, that ain't a woman.
I'm with you when you're right.
Oh, okay.
But because she's female presenting.
No, she's not. You're female presenting. She is not.
But don't she be wearing dress? I mean, doesn't
She, yeah, you said it right. She wear dress. It's Miss Netta. It's Miss Netta. It's not
See,
me.
y'all can get away
It's
with
Miss
it. I
Netta.
can't.
You,
So I'ma let
why you
y'all-
can't? You that too?
You can, look, and not only are you a nigga like she a nigga.
All right, so you heard that, and I guess that wasn't enough because maybe, and again, if my timeline is off, please correct me down in the comments, but I guess that wasn't enough, and the people were like really dragging it, and Craig went to his Instagram or TikTok or whatever and was like, yo, you gotta catch me on Monday on YouTube because I'm about to read down, okay? And that is exactly what Craig the writer did. Check it out.
And you got to come a lot stronger than that, Netta. A sissy who shops in Walmart. Now, bitch, I started to put a barrage of pictures up here of things that I have worn. But see, again, you know, I'm just not that gauche. But bitch, my shit is custom. I don't shop at Walmart, bitch. The last time I shopped in Walmart, I bought some hydrogen peroxide to put on my lawn because it keeps the bugs away. Bitch, I need you to get back to work and get to my house and get that lawn done. That's what I need you to do. Bitch, my clothes are custom. My shoes are custom. When you see those shoes and those boots, bitch, those are snake, crocodile, alligator, and Italian leather, bitch. They come to me imported from Italy through Delta Cargo, bitch. That's elitist. That is elitist. That lady said I wear Walmart. Bitch, these are diamonds, girl. This is 2 carats in my ear, girl. I will shut down that single wide with just these earrings. Ooh. Now, girl, I don't speak money. I don't talk money. I don't get into the things, but I will. Now, Netta, girl, listen, I'm okay with you calling me a sissy, but girl, I'm not a sissy. I'm a
Alrighty, so you guys heard Craig's response. That was just little snippets. It was actually like 40 to 45 minutes long, and he read Miss Netta down to the ground. Yes, he did. It was given elitist. Even he said it out his own mouth. He said, I don't want to be gauche. I didn't even know what that means. I'm gonna have to go check that out when I get off of here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm assuming it means like, you know, high and mighty on some type tees. But nevertheless, he said what he said, and he was like, you know, hey, girl, I wear diamonds in my ear, imported leathers from Spain and France and Italy's and all of that. And I'm over here saying, well, girl, I shopped at Walmart. And then thank you, Craig, for the note. Thank you again for the note, because I will be headed down to the nearest Walmart to get me a bottle of hydrogen peroxide for my lawn. I appreciate you, Fat. But nevertheless, that was the response. Well, the girls on the internet go crazy. Unless you are a TS Madison fan, the girls thought that this was kind of like punching down. And let me just say this. TS Madison did not take part in that rant. I have to be honest. TS Madison did not take much part, or let me say, in that rant. It was all mostly Craig and his response to what it is he was dealing with. This is my only issue about that. T.S. Madison, your name is on the platform. So typically, people see your name, him going off, they're going to associate that with a T.S. Madison. Not to mention, it has been accused that T.S. Madison has done that in the past with the likes of Kaya and other people. Some people are even saying this is kind of like on cue and on brand for T.S. Madison's pathology. And honestly, I can't necessarily speak to that as far as her past. I do know that Kaya was not happy about the split, and there was some things said there. But what I will say is this: TS is giving a bit of throw the rock, hide your hand. I gotta be honest. That's what it's giving. It's giving a bit of throw the rock, hide your hand. And like I said, I think that if you had made the distinction when Craig started his rant, and you had said, hey, these are all Craig's feelings. It had nothing to do with me, T.S. Madison. This is between Craig and Miss Netta. I think it kind of would have went over a bit better, but the distinction was never made. And I think that's where people are just like, okay, girl, like what is really going on? But nevertheless, T.S. Madison was trolled by some people. People came out and was just like, oh, you're such a this, you're such a that, you're a bully. People were bringing up other stuff. Other bloggers were speaking on it. Shout out to my girl Gigi. Hey, boo. But anyways, and that didn't quite go over well for T.S. Madison, because T.S. Madison then took to social media to defend herself And she basically, in my opinion, was kind of throwing Craig the writer under the bus, kind of like, oh, that's on Craig, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It was giving, I'm up here, you girls are down there type tease. It's giving like, I'm Thanos with all the rings and all the diamonds and all of that. But I'll let y'all hear her response to some of these things, and I'm gonna just leave it with y'all. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Now again, she's not only gonna be going off on the whole Miss Netta situation, she's gonna be going off on bloggers and all kinds of other people, because it seems TS Madison has had more than her share of enough. Now, like I said, I'm gonna leave it to y'all. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll see y'all later. Y'all check out this live, child.
And if memory serves, didn't TS Madison also call Miss Netta by her dead name, which is Joe, which is also a layer of transphobia? So would that mean that T.S. Madison was participating in transphobia?
Oh.
But didn't T.S. Madison also get upset when people calling her Timothy?
Oh, really?
And she also got upset
Okay.
with Just Hilarious, when Just Hilarious was participating in transphobia. And it also made me question, why is T.S. Madison allowing somebody like Craig to sit up here and go in on Miss Netta like that? But T.S. Madison also sat next to Kaya for years. We didn't allow it to go on her platform. And then I'm like, well, why would she do that? That's when desirability comes in. A lot of y'all want Miss Netta to be the internet punching bag because you don't think that she is desirable and you don't think that she deserves any of the things that she has. Is T.S. Madison really an advocate for trans women, or is T.S. Madison really just an advocate for passable trans women? Because it's all tea and shade and gagging and reading and roasting and all that. But at some point it becomes overkill. And it makes me question, like, why are you really going in like this? Is it internalized transphobia? Possibly. But I can't fuck with it. What is going on? Like, why do y'all hate this one so much? Because you don't think that she's desirable and you don't think that she deserves anything. Y'all are some evil ass people.
Before I even decided I was going to do this video, I went back and I started thinking like, well, what is all the things that I have said that TS Madison, have said that was transphobic against Miss Netta? And that person, I went through his page, I just went through a few things and I was like, well, where were you when I bequeathed my house to the TS Madison Starter House program? Where were you? Where was your coverage, your video coverage on me donating my entire old home back to my community? Where were you when in these deep concerns and these deep-rooted thoughts on how I feel about trans people? Where were you? Why was there no coverage from any of y'all talking about? There was no coverage from you. Where were you in speaking on the T.S. Madison Starter House? Where were you located with that? I don't understand. I can't. I've been looking around for any coverage from that, and I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Where were you? Where were you with that? Like, where are you anytime that I'm on television programs like Tamron Hall talking about how we endanger as trans? I didn't see you talking about me being on Tamron Hall. I didn't see you talking about me being on The Breakfast Club talking about trans people's existence. I don't see any of y'all that have this aggression or this built up disdain for me, or this now you're on this, oh, I'm pro for trans. I don't see you sharing any of these things when I'm sitting on platforms fighting for trans people. I don't never see it. I never see it. But I did see you eating those buffalo wings. I did see you, peddling yourself to try to get whatever your artwork sold to somebody. You want some person to pick up your art, but I've never seen you anywhere in any time I've occupied magnificent spaces for trans people talking about T.S. Madison's presence. And for any of you to go back to me, to Kaya sitting next to me, I haven't sat next to Kaya, and it's 2024. Let it go. I haven't sat next to Kaya in 7 years. It's going on almost a decade, so I don't understand. I don't get it. And to bring everything full circle with this, let's talk about this.
That is my way. I'm not no transex, or I ain't no whatever the else community or whatever they got going on.
You heard her say that she's not a trans. So I've never given Miss Netta any transphobia. I've never said any transphobic things about Miss Netta. So you've heard it from Netta's mouth that she says that she's not trans. And you haven't heard me say any transphobic thing against Miss Netta. I've never said anything negative or transphobic to Miss Netta. Never. Not once. Not one time have I ever. Never done it.
So when y'all be coming making these statements about me, if you have a problem with Craig, let Craig hold it, because Craig was reading Miss Netta. He was. And I always was tapping Craig on his shoulder saying, Craig, I don't want to talk about Miss Netta. So let's when y'all feel some way about TS Madison, let's stand on business while you feel some type of way. Had I not slid to that front door, bitch, and told the world that T's was at the top, it was at the bottom, bitch, we still be living in the dark ages, girl. Ain't nobody took my spot yet, bitch. My influence is global. G-L-O, global, bitch. Get them, Glow. Fuck you think you hoes be talking to when y'all be misusing my name or putting my name in a sentence, bitch, backwards, bitch. Nah, bitch done did. Miss Netta ain't even a trans, and I ain't said transphobic about Miss Netta. You bitches just want to feel some type of way, bitch. I'm never losing my money. I'm never losing my spot. Ain't no bitch gonna come in and topple me because, bitch, I've been in this shit over a decade. And if a bitch was supposed to do it, they'd have been did it. You ain't found one. I'm one of one, bitch. One of one. I ain't got no pressure with nobody. Get in and get your money. Even in me talking about Miss Netta and talking about them on my show, I was like, well, maybe they are in a space right now where they're coming up, and it's like, you know. And then I seen what's this girl name? XOXO girl, Miss I don't want to call her dead name, Gigi, saying that, you know, like, bitch, ain't nothing. Listen, all y'all girls out here, all y'all out here in the pool, I fuck y'all hoes swimming. Bitch, I get real money all day, bitch. I don't give a fuck y'all hoes swimming. That don't mean a thing to me, bitch. Nothing. I ain't got no pressure with Netta. I ain't got no pressure with Charles. I ain't got no pressure with none of them, because none of them hoes, ain't none of them bitches in my space. Believe you me, when I sit in the rooms, ain't nobody talking about Netta. The rooms I sit in. Believe you me, bitch, when I'm going to frame my Grammy, bitch, ain't nobody talking about Miss Netta when I'm framing my Grammy. Bitch, when I motherfucking went down there and walked across the stage with RuPaul's Drag Race and grabbed that Emmy, bitch, because I'm on an Emmy award-winning television show, have you lost your mind to think that I'm sitting there in a space worried about what Miss Netta and Charles are doing over there frying chicken and eating steak? No. Let them make their money. They not doing shit for me. Craig felt, however he felt about those people. I tapped Craig on his shoulder every week. Every single week that they talked about Miss Netta, I tapped Craig on his shoulder. It was like, girl, I don't want to talk about these people. If you watch the show, and let me explain something to you, any one of you mother that think that I need a bitch to sit next to me to cuss one of you bitches out, you've lost your mind. You must don't know about my mojo, bitch. You ain't been watching me long enough, bitch. I goes toe-to-toe with big entities, bitch. I stood toe-to-toe with Just Hilarious, Charlamagne, all them niggas, bitch. And Charlamagne was telling that to stand down, bitch, because if it was up, that's where it was gonna be, bitch. Bitch, do you not know the influence of the TS? Girl, please. Like, I need Craig to sit there and tell me and say what I want to say about Miss Netta. If I wanted to read Miss Netta to the floor, believe you me, I wouldn't skip a beat, bitch. I wouldn't skip a beat. I wouldn't skip a beat reading the bitch. You hoes got me be forgetting who y'all be talking about. Especially you punks that be sitting over there with the booty and be trying to make these conspiracy theories about the TS, bitch. None about y'all ass niggas. Bless Miss Netta's heart. Bless her soul. Bless her business. May she prosper and thrive. Because what she eat don't make me. And I wore Irene's Craig for having me intertwined in all this bullshit. You got me in this dumb shit for talking about that. Or saying something in that whole direction every time that bitch with them. I don't care what they wearing. Bitch, I got a stretch piece body. I don't care what they wearing. I don't care what they're wearing. I don't care. Bitch, I am rich. I can care less about what they're doing, girl. And if I wanted to tap a bitch on their shoulder, ain't now bitch verbally prepared for me to eat them. They're not prepared for that. Anyway, I really wish I would have had those other videos downloaded to my phone where I could have played y'all all the clips of me being extremely respectful to Miss Netta. Me being extremely... Bitch, catch this, though. Did you see this headline? Let me explain to y'all when I'm not worried about nothing. Boom. TS Madison is one step closer to being EGOT. TS Madison is one step closer to being EGOT status. Why would I be sitting over there, bitch, with L in my heart, worrying about other punks? Bitch, please. What you say now? Apologize to y'all because it's not hard to be a woman. Girl, please. If y'all thought Netta was, y'all was over there gagging on Miss Netta, telling y'all that she was born a male, bitch. So obviously it's not difficult. Because if you see men in all this, well then your sons are in trouble. If you see men in this, your sons are definitely in trouble. That's all I got to say. Your sons, your husbands, bitch, your baby's daddy, they're in trouble. Because if they evolve to be this, if this is what man gives, well then bitch, let me give it. You're all in danger. I don't need to add Craig to explain his perspective. Craig said all he said. Craig read Miss Netta. Craig, we have a satirical show. Even on the show, I didn't want to talk about. She didn't do nothing to me, Madison. I didn't want to talk about her. I ain't want to talk about none of they had going on. Bitch, I don't care what they got going on. Bless their hearts. Bitch, they came up. Craig said his stuff. We said, I was like, girl, we going on to something else. It's these girls that want to be trans activists and all this stuff, but have yet to set their foot or their toe in a space to share anything of any powerful thing that I have done to move the needle for black trans women. Girl, eat your buffalo wings, niece. Go back to eating your buffalo wings and leave me alone. Go back to eating your buffalo wings and leave my name out of it. If you got pressure with Craig, bitch, because he read Miss Netta every motherfucking week or every other week, bitch, that's your pressure with Craig. That ain't got shit to do with me. Bitch, if you close your eyes to see me tapping Craig on his shoulder, telling Craig, hey, Craig, I don't want to talk about this, or girl, Craig, calm down, or girl, let's move on, or girl, this and the other. If you ain't see that, then then don't say to me. Don't say to me. But bitch, what I want you to pay attention to is that. It's this right here. Bitch, when you talk about me being transphobic.
This is my way. I'm not no transsexual. I ain't no whatever else community or whatever they got going on. I'm just myself. And if y'all people know me and y'all people from my hometown, y'all would know I never, ever, and still never went outside dressed like no woman. I never, and when I get my makeup done and stuff here and put on my clothes to do my skits and stuff, nobody ever seen me in public.
You take that up with the person and their own identity. Don't try to push a narrative off on me. Don't you dare try to push a narrative off on me. You take that up with those people and their identity. I've she'd and heard Miss Netta from day one. I have said she and her, and when I was confused on Miss Netta's gender identity, I used they and them properly because that's the way I move in my community, bitch. Anyway, bitch, my food just got here. Is it good, bro? Huh? How you do that? The machine don't do it. You do it from the circle. Child, look over here fixing my air conditioner.
Hey,
Bruce, the nigga say that I'm being transphobic towards Miss Netta. And Miss Netta's not even trans. And I haven't said anything in any way or any situation. I've never said anything nasty about Miss Netta. Never. I haven't said anything nasty about Miss Netta. Never. I've never fixed my mouth to say anything nasty about Miss Netta. I move on.
That's you expressing yourself to Twitter fans.
I try my best. This is not calling them punks and everything because bitch, that's my verbiage the way when I'm reading. Oh, that's my verbiage because that's how I roll, and ain't no bitch gonna whoop me about it. But you know, anyway, let me go eat, child. I just want to put this out there and let me load this to YouTube so the girls can screen it and take this. Do they do this? Everybody want to make a profit off of the TS name, so the TS gonna make a profit off of her own. Thanks. Y'all have a good day. Talking about bitch like I'm unattractive or I got like I feel some type of way like Netta can pull a man I can't. Bitch, are you crazy? Nigga, please.
But they didn't know the video?
Sure.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.